welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm back out here. I had one of the assistant guys go get me a jump box. They said the car won't start. This is a Cherokee 25 or 2015. Won't start. They can't move it. They can't do nothing. Now, he just came and got me. Said the battery wasn't dead. In fact, the alarm would work. You push the remote, it would blow, and I can see 12 volts without the jump box even being on. So let me turn the jump box on, giving it even a little bit more boost. But hearing a click, I would even push the car. Much as I hate to push the cars, see, I'm getting a click. That could be a starter. That could be anything. So there's no battery loose connection. There's nothing like that. The starter just clicking. And God, this is a 3.2, same as a 3.6. I got to get this out of emergency brake mode so I can push it in. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys, so I have the car up in the air now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if the starter is the reason why it won't start. Now what you need is a test light, simple tools. So get you a good ground connection anywhere under here. Verify that your test light is properly grounded by sticking it to a direct power source such as the starter. Okay, you're getting ground. Now what we want to do is unplug the solenoid wire. Careful, make sure it's not hot. Okay, so I have the wire unplugged. Now I have a helper up in the car. So what I'm going to do is tell him to simulate start and see if I'm getting power to this solenoid wire. Okay, so I have my test light right here. It's power. Now I'm going to stick it in here. Alright, try to start it. Wow, see, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting power to the starter solenoid. Okay, so what that tells me is alright, do it again. He's stepping on the brake and he pushing into it's a push start. There you go. Alright, so that tells me I'm getting power supply to the solenoid. And my starter main feed is powered, so that starter should be running, but it's not. Alright, hold on, let me plug it back up. So what I'm gonna do is plug it back up and see what happens. Alright, try to start it again. Yep, y'all hear that? Just a click. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't get that confused. You heard it just tried to release. It's like the solenoid plunger tried to do what it's supposed to do and come back in. So sometimes you can bang on these and get it to work, but we're not going to do that. Also, a thing you need to do is verify that the engine is not seized up. So, right, you can take your wrench and put on that crankshaft bolt and try to rotate the engine. If the engine rotates, it's not seized up. In fact, let me try that. Hold on. All right, guys, so what I'll do, I'll have me a wrench on this crankshaft. I'm going to rotate that to make sure that the engine is not seized up. Wow. And I can hear okay, the engine is not seized up. Now watch this, let's see something. Go ahead and try to start it. Alright, that's proof that the starter is just jammed. Alright, yeah, you just heard it tried to release, so it's not starting because the engine is seized. The starter is jammed. We will have to replace the starter. As you can see, not that difficult. A few things got to come out the way. Might have to squeeze it through here, but it's held on by 2 bolts up here. And of course, you disconnect it from here. All right, so let me go to the parts department and write up an estimate. Let me go to AutoZone real quick. Write up an estimate, see how much it costs. All right, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Now guys, when you disconnect the battery, I highly recommend you disconnect the negative side, but this terminal is damaged. That's the only reason I disconnected the positive side. Okay, either way, you can do it either way, but just we really want the negative out of the way because you don't want that positive to spike anything. But I have no power to the car now, so let's get with replacing this starter. Alright guys, we got the car in the air. What I recommend you doing first is, since there's no battery connection, go ahead and remove the solenoid and the battery terminal from right here. And then we're just going to simply
remove the 3 hold down, or 2. This looks like it has 2 on it. We will have to remove the oxygen sensor, okay, so we can make room to get through there, if that's possible, because I may have to remove this bracket. But we'll know as we proceed. So I hope they left me enough room, or I may just have to come out this way. I don't know, guys. We'll find out together. Stay tuned. Alright guys, enough of this frustration, guys. I have to come to the computer. I've just about had enough. Alright, it's probably something you should do from the get-go, man. Alright, let's see. We want to see the starter removal process. Alright, where is it at? It's probably in the service information. Okay, starter removal, 2-liter no starter installation. Let's look right here. Okay, according to this, go figure. Alright guys, no way around it. All that frustration I was going through is fairly simple. In order to remove the starter, they want you to remove the cat converter. Alright, y'all learn from my mistake. Sometimes I can wing it on my own, but sometimes I have to go to the book. In this case, the computer. Some of you old heads know about going to the book. Tom Cook, I know Tom Cook know what I'm talking about. Nowadays, Tom, we got to go log in and get on the computer to figure out how to do something. Now, eventually, I would have figured this out. Like if I would have kept fighting with it 5 more minutes, I've been like, something would have tapped me in the head and go, okay, stupid, wake up. You obviously got to remove the cat converter because there's no way to get it out, even from the back or the front, even if I remove the dipstick. Okay, so enough of these games, guys. Let's get this converter off. All right, guys. I decided to follow the service information, which you should do anyway. Okay, I got the exhaust off, and I got 3 of the 4 top exhaust bolts off. Okay, so I got 1 left on there. I'm just gonna take that off and see if this, see it's already loose. See if this cat can come back far enough where I can manage to squeeze this starter out of here. All right. Wow. Alright guys, there you go. Wasn't too bad, wasn't too fun, but it wasn't too bad. And like I said, guys, you can't eyeball this until you know what's going on. All we know, or all I verified, was the solenoid is not pulling the plunge out. It's armature in order to grasp the flywheel and rotate it to help with starting. Okay. So, but we got a new one here to install. Alright. So, like I say, moral of the story, you may have to go to the book. Quite frankly, you should go to the book. Man, before you do anything that you haven't never done before, I suggest going to some type of publication where you know what you're up against, okay? Or you will be fighting. I get frustrated when I can't get things out on my own. So I turn to publication, and there you have it. I got it out. So guys, the installation procedure is nothing more than reversal of the removal procedure. All right, so I'm gonna fish this starter back in here, bolt it down, put my exhaust back together, and we should fire right up. Okay, so the next time I see you guys, I will be starting the car up. All right. So I'm gonna go to another ad break, man. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright guys, I got my battery connection back tight. It's time to go in here and find out. Now, that really shouldn't be any suspense, guys. In particular because you went through the diagnosis. So you shouldn't even be scared right about now. Let me talk to you for a second, guys. If you followed the diagnostics and you diagnose the car the way it was supposed to be diagnosed, and you verified, just say for instance, all the tests I ran before I came to the conclusion that you need a starter. You do that test properly and you determine that you do need a starter, and you get a starter and you put it on. There really shouldn't be any suspense. You shouldn't be coming back in the car like I just sat down with your heart pounding. Oh my God, please let this start. Because you did everything right, guys. We did everything right. So you should get in this car with confidence, have the key, put your foot on the brake and press the start button, and this should happen. Simple as that, guys. A lot of guys, me included, man, when I first got into this business, no matter if I followed instructions to the T, I was always scared when it's time to fire the car up. I was always, my heart always pounding. It was always a big suspense. That shouldn't be the case, guys. That's just something you have to grow out of. You're not gonna, suspense will always build. Just say you put an engine in, you do everything right. Quite frankly, that engine should fire right up, right? But because the engine had to build up pressure and build up fuel pressure and build up all this stuff, it may spin over a long time. I've seen guys panic to the point where they want to get out of the industry. Just totally get out of the business. You piece of junk cars, you do everything right and it still don't work. No, guys, just you did everything right when you have a way you went by diagnosis. You came to the conclusion that that's what it needs. Say fuel pump, for instance. You verify you're getting power supply in the ground at the fuel pump. You also verify that there is no pressure. The fuel pump is not putting out pressure. What else could it be but a fuel pump? So you put that in with confidence. You get in the car with confidence. You start the car with confidence. All right, I just want to inspire somebody. Okay, like I say, I went through this for years, man, when I first got into business. But guys, this car is running. I'm done. Okay, needed a starter. We got a starter put on it. Got a little backtrack. I wouldn't call it a backtrack, but I got a little setback where I had to actually go to service information and find out what it is that they recommend I do to replace the starter. Okay, because my recommendation wasn't working. I merely thought I could squeeze that starter past the cat converter, but I couldn't. So I had to remove it. So I did it. So I'm done. It's that. Now, guys, I don't know if any of you did one on the, this is a Cherokee, right? 2014 model. I don't know if anybody did one on the 2.4 liter multi-air engine. Do y'all know where that starter is located? Yes, I've done transmission on those cars. That starter is a pain just to get off and lay to the side. Imagine how much pain it is to get off and get out. Yes, that's totally different from a 3.2 or 3.6 liter engine. All right, I'm talking too much. That's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.